Hello, everyone. This is my presentation. Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Ashlyn, and this is my presentation on sea star wasting disease and the impacts it has on marine ecology and what we need to do about it. All right, start making it started. Okay. So, sea star wasting disease is a fatal disease that kills echinoderms, also known as sea stars, that started or was discovered back in 1972 from a plague that killed echinoderms and sea urchins and crabs along the U.S. East Coast in California. The symptoms of it are ulcers, white lesions, deformed body structures, and they have an appearance that looks to be white slimish or gooish when they die from the disease. Okay, and right here I put a quote. Actually, before I get into the quote, I wanted to say it usually lasts from a few days or up to a couple of weeks, so 14 days. All right, now this is a quote right here. I right here is that relates to the background of when um the 1972 plague started that killed the first sea star that caught um the sea star wasting disease. And I wanted to say that right here, and you'll see it says asteroid species, which asteroid, they're referring to the first sea star, which is um, formerly known as the asteroid Rubin. So when they say asteroid species, that the asteroid is formerly known as the asteroid Rubin. So they're just formally known saying the actual species class. So the species is, anyways, that's their binomial name. So this is just Houston, whatever this person right here is just saying this, reporting about when the actual event happened right here. So if you can see right there. Okay, now that you guys have seen that, go to the next slide. Okay, so now we're going to talk about two um the two things or whatever, two communities or that have impacted um, the marine biodiversity, which is fishing, overfishing, and tourism. So I wrote these notes down because I forget. So overfishing ruins marine biodiversity. Um, because overfishing depletes many marine species. It um, it increase the risk of reproduction. It can also dissolve the food web, or I'm sorry, to minimize the food web, and it can put other marine species or creatures in a vulnerable state, and they have less food to eat. Now, the impacts it has on tourism, it can cause coastal degradation, which that is modification. That means modification of the coastal habitat due to human development. So basically, that's when I mean human development, like that's basically buildings like tourist attractions. So basically building airports, marinas, resorts, overdevelopment. So whenever you're going like on a cruise, all those like whenever you're like there's all those like little things you might not think about, all those people, like whenever you're like swimming out in the ocean, you know, and sometimes whenever you go up to fish, you might think like going up to the fish and like seeing them, they might, they might be a little bit scared of like, oh, what is this big, like this human, like why are they coming up to me? That they might be really like fearful of that. It kind of like freaks them out. And Of course, there's marine pollution from those cruise ships because some of them, like they'll stir up the sediment from the they'll pollute it with um some of the pollution from their they'll anyways they'll pollute it with some of the sediment that they stirred up. um they'll drop some when they drop the anchors from the those cruise ships. That affects the fish too. They'll when they put the booties in the from the uh cruise ships, when they drop those the booties, they'll they'll also affect the fish or the marine ecosystem too, so that kind of affects them. Also, they've built um some of those marinas and airports right on top of um fragile marine ecosystems. So they've built those on top of marine turtle sites, and on top of coral reefs and mangroves and seagrass meadows. So um, we'll move on. Okay, I can get, so I get, hang on, me didn't start. So yeah. All right, so as for my theory, I believe that the symbolic interaction theory would go best with this because animals have rights as creatures. As a lesson for anyone visiting the beach, I believe that we should experience empathy for animals. And so we should review the animal rights. Because some animals are seen as unimportant. So I believe that we should review. I put education down as the second one because um, we should educate students about animals because it's important to learn the importance of respecting all living beings. This will show society that um, we should um, we should understand um, and show more compassion toward animals. Um, so so compassion. We should have compassion for all creatures. Oops. So in my last slide, I have an action plan. So let me get to that slide. So I'm pretty sure all of you remember this slide. So to raise awareness, I put an action plan right here. So I think we should use flyers, social media, education. Like I said, we should um, um, teach, re uh, we should put this into schools and teach them, not just put this into schools, but put it also in the community meetings, like gather a bunch of people and teach it in different classes. That way people can know more about sea star wasting disease, and they'll know more about what causes it, and then maybe people start caring about sea stars and what's going on, and maybe people will get the um get more on board with it. I also designed I designed more like a poster like design. I kind of redid it a little bit right here. It's a little bit messy on the side. I'm just gonna circle it right over here. Oops, if I can get it. I'm gonna circle it right over here. Okay. Anyways, so I tried to make it look a little bit like a storybook-ish, so it appeals to everyone. So that way, like it'll be easier for everyone to read, but I wanted it to appeal to everyone. So that way it won't just appeal to a 5-year-old or an 8-year-old. It'll just like be easy for everyone to like just, it's more environmental friendly, but also, you know, everyone can spread the word and we'll be able to hopefully stop this disease and um see what, you know, hopefully get through this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oops, let's go back to where, let's go. Oops. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Well, go. Oops. Hang on. Go back. Oh, hang on. Operator error. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. Sorry. This is on literally on automatic, but yeah, there's my references. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. Thank you.